to Roller Jam.
The last time Sean Atkinson and his Quakes faced the Enforcers, he was run over with an ATV. Amazingly, the case is still pending.
Combined with my finely honed instincts as a private dick and some of the best gosh darn men ever to put on a uniform, we're on the verge of unmasking the perpetrator of the hit-and-run assault.
That's if the Ack Attack doesn't dismember him first.
Oh, Daddy, whoever ran me over with that ATV, get ready. Washington, love slave. I am the judge, I am the jury, and the executioner.
But the incident may haunt Sean forever.
Atkinson, you can't kill General Washington, because I'm already dead.
It's the Quakes and the Enforcers next on Roller Jam. From Orlando, Florida and Universal Studios, this is the World Skating League and this is Roller Jam. Tonight, the Quakes and the Enforcers, and tonight, what else? The Jam Girls. I'm happy we brought them along tonight, and I am happy you're along as well. Roy Orcas here, along with Lee, Hawk Rearman tonight. The Quakes and the Enforcers. Maybe tonight we'll have a game with no controversy, and not just skate. Everything will be according to the rules. Yeah, right. The last time these two teams played each other, it was Washington and Atkinson going after the kills record, and they wanted to kill each other off the track when it was all over, because Atkinson actually chased Tim Washington out of the building, out into the parking lot, trying to get him with that bench, and then who knows what happened next?
I don't think we want to know what happens next. You see the love slave apparently, or at least a love slave outfit running away, driving away in the ATV. Tim Washington spitting on Sean Atkinson. Yeah, no controversy.
And Mark D'Amato's life got a lot more interesting as Jamie Conomac, in her column Chatty Chat with Conomac, revealed that Mark D'Amato was dating Laura Weintraub, and when Weintraub talked about it publicly, D'Amato said, that's it. As a matter of fact, he made a visit to the track to make that point.
So what if I'm dating Mark D'Amato? He's actually a pretty cool guy, Danny. Now, would you let me skate my game and leave me alone?
You must have no morals. This guy has a dark soul. You knew the rules. The rules were get off me. You knew the rules. The rules were that if you talk about our relationship, it's over. You understand me? It's over. Don't call me crying. Don't call me begging.
Well, that relationship might be over, but others are questioning what happened to the relationship between Leather Gunn and Stacy Blitch, a relationship perhaps that never was. But don't ask Leather that, because I think she wanted to start that relationship, Rory.
I think that was a one-time thing only. I wouldn't call that a relationship exactly. The Quakes and the Enforcers getting set to do battle tonight. Here come the Quakes. Been stirring up a lot of gossip and trouble and talk and who did what to who in this league with that gossip column, and she's not apologetic about it all. In fact, she loves every minute of it.
Well, absolutely, and ironically, in very diametrically different ways, Jamie Conomac and Mark D'Amato have a lot in common, that somehow, someway, off the track, they just stir up the mix. And speaking of stir the mix, and throwing out the garbage, any other cliche you want, Sean Atkinson, he has them all.
When have you ever seen a nurse smile and say, that'll way to go, when her patient smacks himself in the head with a trash can, except on Roller Jam? Not to take your shirt off.
Me?
No, Posse. Oh. Of course, anything is possible, so try to keep it on. It's all the same.
We weren't sure we'd see him here tonight. According to this director, he might have been at Sundance this week.
All right, the California Quakes. What chance does poor Eric Sloping have of getting any attention on that team? He gets a little attention with his skating, though.
Let's go!
Check out Mr. Washington, Mr. Big Nasty.
I'm looking at Mrs. Washington.
You think they got married?
I don't know. I don't care. I just want to look.
Well, we're all taking a look as he leads the enforcers out onto the track. Oh, Atkinson. That's a sign that he's going to be into this game when he comes over and headbutts the motorcycle.
I feel bad for that motorcycle.
Uh-oh. Here comes the cat, the Hellcat. It's Talisa Miller. She has found a home with this team, no question about it. Oh, look who's here. It's Leather and the Love Slave. She just zipped up that part around the mouth. He's been given a 1-hour break from licking her boots at home and is able to come to the game tonight. Nice to see him here.
Licking her what?
Boots.
Oh.
B-O-O-T-S.
Oh.
And the rest of the enforcers taking to the track. Gee, what a pleasant bunch they are, huh?
Oh, yeah. The 5-borough lineup. Thank goodness they're here. Woo. Great.
Dan Gabani skating onto the track. Andy Wallace goes by. Well, this is a tough-looking group. And here he comes. Hey, gals, he's single again. What a break.
Perusing the crowd. Maybe, how do you want to say it? I was getting ready to say maybe we'll see him with Amy Craig of the Riot, but nobody can be that girl.
Amy won't like that suggestion. She can skate faster than that motorcycle can go, by the way. Anyway, here comes D'Amato. I wonder how he's managed not to kill himself all these years. When he looks himself in the mirror in the morning.
All right, Leather Gunnin, the last time you faced the Quakes, Stacy Blitch ripped your jersey off. Definitely a career lowlight for you.
I know, Danny. Wasn't it pretty pathetic? One look at my boobs and now she's obsessed. All she had to do was ask. I would have showed them to her.
And Love Slave, it's great to see you back.
Hey, he doesn't talk, okay? You don't talk to him.
She slapped me. How about these bouquets, these flowers Stacy Blitch keeps getting at her lockers? You know anything about that?
Well, of course. It was Valentine's Day. Of course I sent my girlfriend flowers.
And by the way, speaking of Stacy Blitch, we got an email I want to read to you right now. Sure you'll find this interesting. It reads, came to the league office just the other day. Dear Stacy, I just want you to know that I have fallen in love with you. Your beauty, grace, intelligence, and take no prisoners at it.
I told you that's none of your business. Stay out of my personal life.
That's not for me. Are you cheating on me? Because if you are, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, we don't want to piss her off, huh, Rory? Back to you.
All right, there's nothing you like more in a woman than a take no prisoners attitude. All right, the game's about to begin. You don't want to miss this. Stay right with us. You too, buddy. All right, we're ready to go in period number 1. Stacy Blitch better watch out for Leather Gunnin, Hawk.
Well, I'm not sure what Leather Gunnin means by most of her comments. You can't tell if she loves her or hates her. She says, hey, it was Valentine's Day, said Leather Gunnin. I was just showing my girlfriend how much I care. But the last words out of her mouth were, if you're cheating on me, I'm pissed. And she'll have her chance to show Stacy Blitch how much she means to her, how mad she is. But Stacy Blitch backs down to no one, not even the person that put those cornrows in her hair, sold her those sunglasses. Stacy Blitch, I think I might have sent her some of those flowers, but I get no credit for anything, as usual.
Here we go.
Do you think Stacy Blitch actually went for Leather Gunnin? There's a fine line between love and hate. Every pleasure has an edge of pain, and to prove it, there goes Gunnin out on the jam right away. And Stacy Blitch goes with her. So the two of them, I don't know if they're lovers or not. It doesn't really matter at this moment because they're opposing each other in this game. We spend a lot of time wondering who's a lover of who in this league, don't we? Now the Hellcat goes back and knocks Blitch out of the play. That gives Gunnan a chance to get up and score some points. I hope Blitz likes pain because she's getting some right now from the Hellcat, who just dumped her over the rail.
What a great tandem the Hellcat and Leather Gunnan have made, especially as we go into the Founders Cup Championship. This is, again, the season finale here in the World Skating League before the playoffs begin, but the Hellcat and Leather Gunnan, power and finesse. And Stacy Blitz saw both of it right there, and the result were 2 enforcer points on the first jam of the game.
Look at the Hellcat, and it never fails when they do something like this, pick somebody up, smack him in the stomach, throw him over the rail, and the referee comes over and she says, what? I didn't give him anything. Juliana Bonilla gets up, puts that Jammers helmet on, along with Jennifer Matthews for the California Quakes. Shauna Brown got knocked down, but not Gunnan. Leather's out there 1-on-2 at the moment. The Quakes and Enforcers have always had a great rivalry. Maybe it's a New York, California thing, whatever it is. When these two teams get on the track, you never know what to expect except that it'll be intense. Look at Leather going right through that pack, and one of the favorite moves of the Hellcat is to take that helmet off and use it as a weapon. And she's not finished yet. Neither's Gunnan.
4 black and 6 blue.
Did you hear that scream, Hawk? That was like a cat in heat.
Well, a cat in heat, I don't know. I'd hate for the Hellcat to reproduce. But the Hellcat Leather Gunnan in this battle of the Sisters of Suffering versus the Bod Squad, the Sisters of Suffering, and I'm talking about in the person of the Hellcat, have just come to play. And it might be tied right now. The Quakes picked up some points, but on the physical side of our box score, it's all Hellcat.
Here comes the Chatterbox. Chatty chat with Conomac out there with Shauna Brown in a 6-6 tie here in the first period. Conomac obviously not quite as big as Shauna, but Jamie's a very good skater. She proved it right there. Sometimes finesse wins out over power. Conomac, though, getting up to the Hellcat. And there's no finesse there. It's just brute strength and pure meanness. She must have a little Siamese in her because she's as mean as they come. Blitz! Oh! Look at Stacy Blitz. There's a play for the books, huh? That took one of her 9 lives out.
That'll take the heat right out of the Hellcat.
Nobody has a bigger smile on the track than Stacy Blitz.
Got 2 of them.
And a little hug from Jamie Conomac.
We'll line it up.
These guys say, we like it. What just happened?
Well, Stacy Blitz, I used to say that this was a lot of wasted energy. But don't tell that to anybody, especially Stacy Blitz. And that flash has become her trademark here. It actually has become effective for her, Rory. People see it coming, and then people don't see it coming. And it's so flashy that she leaves them memorized, and that's what happened to the Hellcat.
Is that what happened?
I was memorized, mesmerized.
All right, 7-6, the Quakes into the final jam of this first period. And there goes Gunnan again. One thing she's definitely is enthusiastic. I mean, she's got that Jammers helmet on every play. Jenny Matthews jamming for the Quakes. Jenny Matthews is in a little trouble right here. Oh, a lot of trouble. Ooh. Boy, somebody lit a fire under the cat tonight. Now look out. Oh, did you hear that, Hawk?
Hear it, I just about felt it. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Garbage can lids for everybody.
Gunnan gets in the act. 2 Quakes laying on the track. And a little shot to the behind by the Leather Gunnan. Man.
Matthews. The Hellcat just came ready to play. That last jam where Stacy Blitz got the better of her was just a bump in the road for this Hellcat show here in the first half. First period. Watch the Hellcat just take down. Unbelievable. Great job.
Boy, you're not kidding. What a play by the Hellcat, and man, is she feeling it tonight, huh? Broadway Danny Wolf is on the infield now with Sean Atkinson.
All right, thank you, Rory. And once again, Sean, by how you're dressed in uniform, I guess you're going to defy the doctor's advice and going to skate.
Yeah, bottom line,
I'm going to do anything I can to get the love slave because he's the one that hit me. And Weber, I know it's you in that mask, baby, and I'm going to unmask you. I'm going to gag you, bound you, and then torture you, Atkinson style. Oh, daddy!
Back to you, Rory.
All right, Danny, we'll see if the Attack lives up to his promise. I bet you that love slave is scared inside, but he is about 24 hours a day. We'll be back with the second period. 8-7 Quakes after one period, and enraged Sean Atkinson ready to take to the track for the second period.
Well, Sean Atkinson accusing Mark Weber of being underneath that love slave cap and gown. Of course, he's referring to the FBI forensics test that came back with hot dice fibers. I'm not sure what the heck a hot dice fiber is, but Sean Atkinson will tell you if you get close enough to ask him. And Mark DeMott, I don't think you want to get close to this guy. He was dating Laura Weintraub, then he wasn't dating Laura Weintraub. He was the general manager of the World Skating League, then he wasn't. Once again, this guy creates more turmoil off the track than he does on it. One of a kind, Mark DeMott.
One great thing about him is he is unpredictable. Well, we will give him that. And I don't blame Atkinson for being enraged. When you get run over in the parking lot, that kind of makes you upset, I would think. And when you find out that hot dice fibers, maybe from a uniform, were found on the ATV, that's really going to get under your skin. Because Weber's done pretty much anything D'Amato's told him to since his league was formed. All right, now there goes Posse Chalene. And Chalene, man, is he strong. We don't have to keep telling you. You can see for yourself, as Tony Santiago just found out firsthand. Let's hope Chalene keeps his mind on business these days and not on photo shoots. Ooh, they just spun D'Amato around and went right on by him. A little subtle move by Atkinson to help Posse get through and score points. Nothing subtle about that one, though. The Chalene machine scores the point with a big assist by the Attack.
Anything is possible. The film about Posse Chalene was motivational speaking engagements. That's their slogan. Well, they are saying if it's going to be possible for us to win this game, we have to go after the heart and soul of the New York Enforcers. And they do it by going after Mark D'Amato and Tim Washington in jam number 1, Rory. That's a way to get their attention.
12-7, the Quakes on top. And Fred Eichhorn jumps out there for the New York Enforcers. He's out there against Eric Slopey, the White Pony, and the White Pony jumps out of the gate with a pretty good start to this race. And now he's going to get an assist from Brian Krebs. You don't hear as much about Krebs and Slopey as you do about Atkinson and Chalene, but they're a big part of this team, those two guys. Almost as important to me as Nurse Ophelia, but not quite. Here comes the big nasty back there to block. And he's doing a job. I mean, he's doing a job on Slopey. Atkinson just took down 2 enforcers in the pack. Washington leaps over them so he can continue to work on Slopey. And he took his mind and his eyes off of the Attack. You'll pay when you do that.
2 jams in a row. You know Sean Atkinson is still smarting from the fact that Big Nasty took away his father's kill record.
That's it.
Somebody affiliated with the New York Enforcers ran over Sean Atkinson. You're right, that would tick anybody off. And he's got Big Nasty in the crosshairs, does Sean Atkinson. And the result is 2 jams. 2 times the Big Nasty's been on his back or on his stomach, as it were.
Well, who's to say that Atkinson can't come back and re-break that record and get it back for the Atkinson family? What's the love slave doing? He's wearing skates. I guess Leather gave him permission to put those skates on, and he's going to jam. Well, now we know one thing for sure. This guy can skate.
Oh, it's a roll that bones. That might be Mark Weber. He might be right.
That's what Atkinson's been saying all along, that it is Weber. How can he see through that thing? This looks like Halloween.
Everything looks like Halloween when the Enforcers are playing, pal.
Guess who's back there to block against the Slave? Wait till we see that name in the record book, Slave. He's officially a member of the WSL now. Atkinson rips him with the right elbow and then does it again. Attack's been waiting a long time for this, and what he wants to do is not that. Atkinson goes down hard, and Washington has another kill, and he'll have to wait for another play to get that mask off, I'm afraid.
5 black. 5 black.
The King calmed to Sean Atkinson was just the beginning of his troubles. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. No!
The Love Slave leaves. Sean Atkinson goes down. The Enforcers pick up some points. This game just changed complexion fast.
They just dropped Atkinson straight down on his head. D'Amato may have injured him, and I mean really injured him. Atkinson's writhing in the infield. The Love Slave has left the track to go warm up his ATV probably. Maybe he'll come out and try and run him over again. And meanwhile, look who's real satisfied and smug with herself. Look at this guy.
Well, if you're just tuning in, no, this is not a Christmas carol. This is not the Grim Reaper or the ghost of Christmas present, future, or past. This is a member of the New York Enforcers, the Love Slave, scoring points, and then Big Nasty and Mark D'Amato. This is not a bad dream either unless you're Sean Atkinson. This is reality. The Ack attack is down and maybe out.
Looked like they broke his back, didn't it? They've tried to break his back about 1,000 times in the WSL, and they've never been able to do it. But at the moment, he's not on the track as we get to the final jam of the first half with a 15-12 Quakes lead in this one. And the Chalene Machine jumps out there with the white pony Slopey. And they're conferring. They're talking things over. Maybe Posse's giving him a little motivational speech. Who can do it? Slopey says, maybe you're right. I can do it. I'll go right by Washington. Watch. Not quite. Now Chalene says, I'll show you how to do it. And he comes up to the Big Nasty. And Washington has Chalene tied up. Oh, I hope he's motivated enough to stand up after that one. What a play by D'Amato.
That was the eliminator.
He eliminated him all right. Look at Atkinson. Atkinson has his skates off.
I had 1 blue and 5
Skates off when he's on the track. And so are a lot of bodies, by the way.
Well, Atkinson was halfway out of the building, and I think he tried catching some of the action on a monitor, and he saw the Screamer and the Eliminator in the same jam. In fact, in the same split second, he said, I got to get out there and protect the people. They can't do that to my people. Only I can do that to my people.
As messy as it is, as violent as it is, as crazy as it is, D'Amato loves every minute of it. All right, we're back at Roller Jam Arena. A 1-point game. The Enforcers lead the Quakes 17-16. Rory Marcus and Leah Hawk-Merman. It's been quite a game, and it always is when the Enforcers play the Quakes. You already know that, right? When the women came on the track, Leather Gunn had a little message for Stacy Blitch, a Valentine's Day message, and then Blitch came out on the track and delivered a message of her own to Talisa Miller. The Hellcat knocked her down with that incredible acrobatic move, but later on, revenge was sweet as the Hellcat picked up Jennifer Matthews, threw her down to the track, but she wasn't finished yet. And I'll tell you, I'm sure this next maneuver must be illegal.
Well, she goes and she gets the top off the litter box, I guess, to finish thing up for Jenny Matthews. But for the men, Sean Atkinson came out here, and if you want anything that is for certain, he had Big Nasty and Mark D'Amato in his crosshairs, and the first couple jams were all Sean Atkinson and the California Quakes. And they even later on emerged a new scoring weapon for the Enforcers, and when he came out, the Love Slave with Leather Gun and as a scoring offensive weapon, it changed the whole complexion of the game, Rory.
I'm finding it hard to get used to a Love Slave on the track skating around in that outfit. And Posse Chalene, oh man, did he take a shot from Mark D'Amato, and then so did Eric Slopey. D'Amato with a huge play right there. Well, of course, what Atkinson wants to know is who the heck tried to run over him in the parking lot. That is also what Jennifer Gregory would like to know. She's been looking into it. Jennifer, what have you found out?
It's hard to believe that Sean Atkinson is actually skating in this game. Just 2 weeks ago, he was run over at the end of his match race with Tim Washington. For the latest developments, take a look at this.
Recently, General Manager Kenneth Logue III announced a turning point in the Sean Atkinson hit-and-run case.
So far, we haven't been able to lift any usable fingerprints from the stolen ATV. However, we did recover a number of fibers from the saddle of the vehicle, which the FBI lab in Quantico tells me are a 95% certain match to the fibers used in the uniforms of the Nevada Hot Dice.
Now Logue has turned up the heat on the investigation.
boys down at the station don't call me Dick for nothing. I'm hot on the trail of the Hot Dice's Laura Weintraub, who, as we speak, may be leading me to evidence that'll help us solve the Sean Atkinson hit-and-run incident. Girl drives like she skates. Got you now, sister. My sources are correct. Laura is leading me right into the heart of a radical organization committed to the destruction of the WSL and helping to cover up this whole sordid affair. This could be dangerous. Organization is an orgy. Can we a mother fights like this? Shut the camera off, please. Shut the camera off.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, Leonard is cool. I love that guy. Well, I'm now with his brother, Kenneth. Kenneth, I hope you can shed some light on the hit-and-run case. Any new leads? What have you learned recently?
We've had a significant breakthrough, Daniel. After placing the entire Hot Dice organization under 24-hour surveillance, we can finally say with certainty whose uniform fibers were found on the ATV. That individual has been brought down to WSL headquarters, where I am happy to say she is cooperating fully with investigators.
When do you think we'll have an arrest? Give us a timetable.
You will be the first to know, I promise you that.
And let's walk over here. I see Mark D'Amato, the Big Nasty, and their attorney, William J. Schaefer. You heard what Mr. Loeb just said now. They're close to breaking this case open.
Well, we hope so, but Danny, I'm going to tell you something. It's a bunch of speculation now. We'll comment when the facts are known.
All right, well, you heard from D'Amato, Big Nasty's attorney, William J. Schaefer. Something's going to break soon, Rory.
Let's hope so, Danny. Let's get to the bottom of this thing and find out who did the deed to Atkinson. We're back with the third period in just a minute. The crowd is fired up, and I don't blame them. 17-16 enforcers. There's one half of action yet to go, but before we do it, Broadway Danny Wolf visits with Stacy Blitch.
All right, thank you, Rory and Stacy Blitch. You're continuing to get bouquets of flowers, beautiful boxes of candy, emails. Who are these from? I mean, the whole world wants to know.
You know what? It's none of your business. I already told you that.
It's got to be Leather. Are they from Leather?
Absolutely not, Danny. Absolutely not. They're from my boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Is he a skater in this league?
It's none of your business, but yes, he is a skater. And that's all the information I'm going to tell you.
Whoa, a skater in this league's been doing it. Rory, who do you think?
There's a lot of suspects, believe me. There's a lot of guys that wouldn't mind sending a bouquet of flowers her way. And here we go, the third period underway. Leather gunning, Jamie Conomack. All Stacy has to do is tell Jamie Conomack, and then we'll all know. Jenny Matthews chasing from behind for the Quakes. Good game so far. 17-16 enforcers. And Leather goes down. That leaves Conomack and Matthews to pick up some points, or try to anyway, for the California Quakes. Stacy Blitch comes back to help. How can you say it's none of your business, but yes, it is. And there goes Conomack with the assist by Blitch. Obviously, she's feeling pretty good about things these days. Conomack picks up the points.
Let's go, let's go!
And 4 big points it was. They were down by 1. Now they're up by 3, 20-17. But this is the way the bod squad works best, Rory. When you get 2 or 3 or 4 of them, there's nobody like them that can really get it done. You see Jenny Matthews playing a part, Stacy Blitch playing a part, and the 2 jammers, Jamie Conomack and Jenny Matthews, picked up 4 big points, off to a good start for the Quakes.
4 big ones is right, and the Quakes have taken a 3-point lead. Shauna Brown jumps out on the jam for the enforcers. And Stacy Blitch revs up those skates, and she goes after her. I'll tell you what, we talk a lot about her and her personal life and everything else, but she can really skate. However, in this instance, Leather Gunnin takes both of the Quake jammers out. Sometimes that back jammer is even more valuable than the one scoring the points if she can knock the other team's jammers out of the play. Blitz pinwheels that arm and says, come on, Shauna Brown. But Gunnan is catching from behind as well. Oh! Gunnan just let her right into the Hellcat and skates to the face. That's not very nice.
Well, the Sisters of Suffering on this jam mirrored what the Bod Squad did last jam. A great team effort of Shauna Brown, the Hellcat, and Leather Gunnan. You talked about the lead jammer playing a very important role, almost more important than the second jammer because they act as almost a lead blocker. Well, that was like a fullback and a tailback with Shauna Brown and Leather Gunnan. And then you got the offensive tackle, the Hellcat, just knocking down Stacy Blitch. Both jammers scored.
Those skates went right up into her chin. And let's see, is Stacy Blitch out there in this jam? Yes, you bet she is. She doesn't have a jammer's helmet, but she's not going to let that knock her out of this game. 20-19, the Quakes lead, third of 4 jams here in the second period. Jennifer Matthews catching Brooke Sunderman stride for stride. And Jennifer Matthews gives her a shot in the shoulder and knocks her down. Ileana Bonilla as well out on the jam. They both approach the back of the pack at the same time. Matthews and Bonilla meet up with the Hellcat. And so far, Miller's up to the task. Even more than just up to the task. She is double top against 2 Quake jammers. Stacy Blitch, look out! Look out now. Oh, that's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa finally falling down. And you're laying underneath it when it comes down.
Well, the Hellcat saw this in the first half. You'd think she'd be used to it, be keeping her eye out for it, but it always catches her by surprise. Without that garbage can lid, the Hellcat might not be quite as effective.
Nobody plays this game with more enthusiasm and more athleticism than Stacy Blitch.
And this is an identical spot to where this happened in the first half. And these California Quakes have so many offensive weapons. Ileana Bonilla, Jenny Matthews scoring points. Stacy Blitch is flashy, draws a lot of attention, and they just systematically score points with so many offensive weapons.
You pointed out the exact same spot on the track where she did that earlier in the game in the first period. These skaters, the good ones, know every inch of this track. They're out there before a game early in the morning, seeing where there's a little give, seeing where maybe they can pull something off, where it might be a little slippery. It's not an accident she did it in the same spot. And now there goes Leather Gunnan in the final jam of this third period. 22-19, the Quakes by 3, but Gunnan trying to catch him up as the enforcers look to tie him or take the lead. And there goes a pull away. The Quakes say, come and catch us if you can. But Gunnan's got some help. She gets one whip. She's going to get another whip. And now the Hellcat will give her that final assist right through there. They catch the pack, and they're going to take them down one by one. The Hellcat leading Gunnan through. They got 2. They get 3. For everyone she laps, she gets a point, and she got them all!
Well, 2 jams ago, I talked about a fullback and a tailback. Hellcat and perhaps Leather Gunnan were right there. That was like a long bomb. Heather Gunnan going downfield, but she had her lead blocker when she caught the ball. And the pull away didn't work because the Hellcat was there to just rip the pieces of the Bod Squad out. Look at her go. Now she's got Stacy Blitch. She's got Jamie Conomack. Great job. Leather Gunnan and the Hellcat.
She's got Blitch again. They're in a big fight right now, just being pulled apart by the referees. Well, Broadway Danny Wolf, he's going to get in a word or two with the Yak Attack.
All right, thank you, Rory. Hey, I think you chased the love slave away. He's not on their bench. I don't know where he is, Sean.
Well, here, I tell you what, he's a chicken. Hey, love slave, come on out wherever you are and get your ass whooped. Yak Attack style. Oh, daddy.
Well, he'll have to check with Leather to see if he's allowed to come out again. We're ready to go into the 4th and final period. Don't go away. We'll be back and see who wins this thing. We have 1 period left to go in this exciting game between the Enforcers and Quakes. 24-22. Here we go. 4th period underway. And Mark D'Amato wants to jam to start this 4th period. Well, then let him. There he goes. He's out there. And he is going to be met by Tom Smith. and Brian Krebs, and he says, who are these guys?
And in typical Mark D'Amato fashion, he looks a little bit like a fish out of water out there, but he got it done ugly, and he's all alone in scoring position, but look who's waiting.
When does he ever not get it done ugly? There's Atkinson. Oh, here comes a bench onto the track. Look out now, D'Amato. Oh, they're going to work him over. They won't let an opportunity like this go by. Oh, he doesn't like it one bit. He's not hurt when his pride's wounded. And Atkinson says, well, that's a good way to start the fourth period, isn't it?
Well, Mark D'Amato thought he was doing something special, but then Sean Atkinson and friends, you know what they do at sea when a member of the crew perishes?
Look at Slopey.
Dump him overboard.
Slopey's been knocked down to the track so many times by D'Amato, he said, I'm going to get some licks in right here. And then Atkinson took down the big nasty.
That bench came in handy. You got a tool time out there with Sean Atkinson making all kinds of use out of all kinds of resources.
Oh, he's very handy around the house. Oh, well, look who's back. And looks like he just unzipped his zipper around his mouth.
He's talking.
Oh, there he go. Oh, Atkinson said, you want to come out here, I'll get you. And the love slave went running. Atkinson goes back onto the track, and we start the second jam rather, this fourth period. And for the Quakes, Tom Smith will be met by Andy Wallace, and these two jammers are out after each other. Smith does a good job on Wallace, but Smith is not quite as big, I don't believe, as the big nasty. As a matter of fact, he looks like a little guy next to the big nasty. That's not going to be easy for Smith unless Atkinson gives him a big assist, which he did, and Smith can get by now. Oh, Atkinson is at his best/worst in this period so far. The skates into the back.
Well, office buildings look small next to the big nasty sometimes, Rory, but you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And Sean Atkinson penned that phrase.
There's a smug-looking man. Kenneth Logue III, Broadway Danny Wolf, I think is required to ask him a question or two. Go ahead, Broadway.
All right, Kenneth Logue, you've interrupted the game now. We're right in the middle of the fourth period. Hopefully you have some late-breaking news.
Danny boy, we have our man. You know, right at the beginning of this investigation, a lot of people were ridiculing my skills as a detective. But I stuck with my instincts. And my instincts told me that Laura Weintraub was right in the middle of this mess. And that if she was confronted with the evidence, she would have no choice but to reveal the identity of our culprit, which is exactly what happened. Moments ago, Ms. Weintraub supplied our investigators with a key piece of videotape evidence, which was taken by a security camera in her apartment complex. I have supplied a copy of this tape to the boys in the broadcast truck. They've queued up the tape, and I believe, if they're ready, we should just roll this little piece of evidence, shall we?
I think we're about to identify our culprit here.
You can see the love slave removing his mask. It's Mark D'Amato.
It is none other. And there goes D'Amato. He's trying to get out of here quick. Rory. What's he going back to you?
That was no question about it. That was D'Amato. Mark D'Amato is the love slave. Can you believe that?
At least 2 minutes. Earlier in the game, Mark D'Amato was on the track with the love slave who scored points. We got to get to the bottom of this.
He was the love slave the night the motorcycle ran over Atkinson, that's for sure. He's been unmasked. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark D'Amato. We'll be back and find out more in a minute. We are back. It's 25-23. Kenneth Logue's investigation. He never really cared all that much who the love slave is now, who's out on the track, who's skating. What he wanted to know was who was driving the ATV that night wearing the love slave outfit, and now we know it was D'Amato. And where did he get the outfit? Probably from Laura Weintraub. Remember, they were together as a couple at that time.
Atkinson's in the penalty box, and D'Amato's still out there. Whatever you want to say about this guy, this man, he's still out there for his team. He's not running. He's staying to fight. And with Atkinson in the penalty box, his enforcer's got a shot.
He started to run for a minute, then he decided, no, I'm going to stay here. And Eric slowly skims the top of the track to pick up the points. Good play by the White Pony in the next to last jam of this game.
Line it up, line it up.
Sean Atkinson's out of the penalty box. He's going to have his chance up close and personal to tell old Mark D'Amato what he thinks, what his family thinks, and what the World Skating League thinks. And you know Sean Atkinson is not going to take this sitting down, lying down, and doing anything but just showing attack.
Action speaks louder than words, and the attack is out there, and so is the big nasty. Final jam of the game. Who's going to win it? Atkinson rails Washington. Whoa, what a play that was by the attack. The Quakes have the 2-point lead. This is the final jam. If Atkinson can keep the Quakes ahead, they're going to win this game. Washington's trying to get back into the jam. He's working his way through the pack, and now he's chasing Attack. There's D'Amato. Oh! And Atkinson says, I'll show you to try and run me over. Here comes Washington. Atkinson didn't even notice him. He lets him go by. And now Shalene is out of the track. He's chasing D'Amato. The game is just kind of unraveled. As far as who's going to win it, the main thing to Atkinson is to get after D'Amato.
Well, also, Posse Shalene has left the track to go after D'Amato. These guys aren't worried about the game, Rory. They're worried about payback to Mark D'Amato.
There's more action off the track than there is on. They put him in the cage. They put him in the cage. Atkinson's been in that cage so many times. And now D'Amato.
Oh my, it's all broken loose. He might be safer in the cage, Rory.
I think he belongs in jail anyway. There goes Washington getting dumped off the track. By the way, fans, the Quakes have won the game, in case anybody cares, 28-25. And Atkinson's on top of that cage with another trash can they just fed him. Look out, Washington.
Oh, no.
I think he just knocked him cold. He's unconscious. He's unconscious, and Atkinson, can you blame him? With all he's gone through, in and out of the mental hospital, the problems with his girlfriends, to find out that a man in this league tried to run him down and kill him in the parking lot, can you blame him to react this way?
Well, they took the record away, did Big Nasty of the Enforcers, and now it turns out that Mark D'Amato was driving the ATV that almost took away his career.
We have not heard the last of this, believe me. By the way, they gave the Enforcers some points there right at the end of that jam, and the Enforcers won the game. But it doesn't even seem to matter to anybody on the track, or in the stands, or to D'Amato. That's not a celebratory mood he's in, is it? We'll see you next time on Roller Jam.